I've just got into the hotel here in Peterborough, which is absolutely fantastic. A great place, only to find that the camera's not working. The video is recorded, but I can't play back. And I can't show you all of the shots of coming over the Pennines. But what I can do is I can use the camera that's involved inside of the laptop and do this. And through the magic of editing and the fact that I'll be able to do this once I get home in a fortnight's time, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to put the shots in at the right place, and hopefully I'll have fixed the camera by then. But it's interesting. Through my life, people have wound up saying, you look like, and when I was younger and I had long curly hair, people said that I used to look like Roger Daltrey, which I thought was quite flattering. And then later they would say, you look like a young David Hemmings. But today I've been likened to Laurie McNenemy. Now I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, since I don't follow football, but at least it's better than the last one, which is where somebody said that I look like David Dickinson. Jeepers chips! One of the things that I didn't say was that when I was taking the video of the park yesterday, I'd been in the park when the project in Manchester first started, and the weather was quite considerably different to the way that it looked yesterday. So what I'll do is I'll just show you some of the shots from yesterday on the 3rd, and some of the shots that I took when I was snowed in Manchester. Well, it looks as if I've got the camera fixed and I've got it working again. Here in Peterborough, it's not that far away from Cambridge, probably about like 30 miles or so, but that's 30 miles closer than I am when I'm in Newcastle. So I'm very excited. I'm going to go over and see Sam and take him out for a meal. So I don't mind that it's like a little bit of extra driving, just the fact that I'll get to see him. I feel very fortunate, extremely fortunate, that I do get the chance to travel around the country. And when our daughter was living in Swindon, I could often pick some of the schools to work in and go and visit her. If I was in Reading, well, it's only a hop, skip and a jump down the M4. And also, when I've been working in Wales, I've also had the chance to go and see our oldest son. So I do feel very fortunate. It's a beautiful spring day. It's the 4th of March. It's 10:15 and it's World Book Day. Oh my God! It's World Book Day! The day that every storyteller should be booked. Except I've been cancelled. So here we go, World Book Day, and I haven't got a booking. They phoned me up a couple of days ago just to say we've got an appearance evening that's stretched into the day, so we won't need your services. I was supposed to be in Warrington, so goodness only knows what they thought I was going to do. They said, can you do the next day? It always makes me laugh when I think that people are sitting there thinking that all I'm doing is waiting for them to phone me. I am quite busy, you might have noticed. So it gives me a chance to get to the next booking, which is in Peterborough on Friday. and it also gives me a kind of a leisurely drive to get across the Pennines. It winds up saying that'll be like a 2.5 hour drive, but that would be if there were no cars, no traffic lights, no roadworks, and the wind was behind me. So I'm going to take it quite leisurely. Also, it gives me an opportunity to pop in and see my middle son and take him out for a meal. Hopefully, he won't want to go for a curry. Living this close to the Curry Mile in Manchester means that I've had 4 curries in 5 days, and I might be suffering the effects of that. But anyway, I'll take the chance to do some sightseeing, maybe even go across the Pennines. Well, there's every chance of that. And let's just see what the day brings.
Neil Candler of Colchester is through to 3 and 10. Well done, Neil.
Thank you.
There you are. You've clearly won with 27 points. It's well done on that. And now do even better with 3 in 10. If you can. 10 seconds. Of course you can. 10 seconds, 3 answers. What do you do with this, please?
All the luck went to the next valley and its resort, Gudari. It's just an hour away, but it's where the elite of Georgia's capital, Tbilisi, go skiing at weekends.
14,000 people complained to the regulator last year.
So there you have it. The radio and the road is the font of all knowledge. And yet again, I'm going from one side of the country to the other. It's always such a great temptation, especially when I get to that point on the M62 and there's a sign that says the north, or just to turn off and go back home. But it's always and ever upwards and onwards and on to the next booking.
Great magnanimity, and that the way in which traditional values are being represented now, frankly, aren't characterized by either one of those things. I mean, to a degree that really disturbs me.
The opposition to those 18th and 19th century values is a key theme of one of the
Day night at 9, repeated Wednesday afternoon at 4:30.
Are that today the Electoral Commission has decided there is no proof that the millions of pounds he gave to...
On the back of magazines there's images. I wanted one for a wallpaper and then I picked it and then I didn't end up getting the image, but they kept charging me a £5 for 3 weeks.
When I first started working for myself, it seemed very strange that everyone else seemed to be very busy and I was not at work. I've got to tell you that over the years I've got very used to it. When the weather's this good and the road's this clear, it hardly seems any trouble at all.